All right, I'm back, guys. The videos about collective consciousness, I don't know. So we know what collective consciousness is. It means everything is, goes into one data pool. Every thought, you could have a thought, and then somebody mentions it too. Like, we're all linked, right? We know it. We're all linked, and I've been having a lot of instances with it lately. I talk a little too fast, where I've been thinking something, and then one person says it, and the next person says it, and it's like, wow, I just had this conversation. We're all low key. We're thinking the same things. It's just who's thinking of it. It's the thoughts are there, but this is the issue: is that the thoughts are given to us. So it's like there is. I got in an argument with somebody this weekend because they don't understand that, like, they're like, I'm a free thinker, right? I completely agree. I guess you could say I'm a free thinker. But the thing is, I'm not stuck in my own bubble. I'm getting mad because I am aware I'm in another bubble. I will always be aware there's another bubble to go into. And people, when they get a little bit of something, they go, okay, that's it. And then, oh, okay, I'm right here. No, you're not right. You need to keep it going. It's upsetting. But the reason why I say that is because if somebody gives you a conspiracy theory or gives you some spiritual ideas, and then you ponder those thoughts, and then you create a new outlook, right? And let's say you think of some new ending of scenario of where the spiritualism or this conspiracy could take you. That's not original. You know why it's not original? Because once the thought is created, I think once the thought is created, there's a billion outcomes. Not a billion. I don't want to sell people short, but there's a couple scenarios from that one thought. And I think when you say it, you should know that. So by you branching off, you shouldn't think you're special because of it. When somebody makes what's the play Shakespeare wrote? Hamlet, right? Hamlet. They've rewritten Hamlet in many different ways. Future, dystopian. Like, did Hamlet think? Could he have thought that far? Potentially. But he wrote it for his era. He could have wrote it for past times. That's not out of the question. He didn't care to do that. And the reason why I mention that is because it's possible. We can be aware of things without having to acknowledge them. Like, it's a simple premise of saying, hey, I love you, right? If I love you, I wouldn't do any harm to you. It's synonymous, right? It goes without being said. I love you, so I won't do any harm to you. There's that, boom. Same thing with some ideas. Hey, if you come up with an idea, you can place it in any time period. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the collective consciousness is being, I don't know if fear is stronger. I don't know. I feel like it is, because fear is what's overrun in our collective consciousness right now. It's hacked, if you want to use that term. And it's giving a lot of people the thoughts that they're basing their theories, their simulation theory, everything off is out of fear. Because if we were truly in love, we would accept this life and we would just have fun with it and we would just experience it and we would just enjoy it. But love isn't strong. Love is losing. And that's where I think that's where, like, remember I told you I feel like I had something on my face. In the one video, the dimensions, I said this is where love and hate fight. In the next dimension, or I said fear, whatever I said, in the next dimension, it's where it's not a physical thing anymore. It's like a spiritual essence, right? It's like energy. But in this life, this is where it takes place. And fear is ruling, hate is ruling, because it's more on the powerful side right now. And I think it has a lopsided, but I think, like I said, I'm getting this video out because I think since conspiracy culture actually runs mainstream culture, right? Movies, big successful movies, sometimes even Well, yeah, mostly successful movies have a lot of hidden occultism in them, spiritualistic, a little conspiracy in them. Everybody loves it, right? Look, what was that one movie with Nick Cage? He had to find the maps and stuff, and it was like a big conspiracy. You guys know what I'm talking about. You're gonna shoot me. You're like, oh, he doesn't know that movie. No, I don't know that movie. But you know what I mean. A lot of references there. But get this, that was from conspiracy, put it in the mainstream, then popular culture accepts it. That's how this stuff works. Fear gets put into the mainstream accepts the fear, then all the thoughts are based off of from the acceptance of the fear. That's where you can go. Does that make sense? I hope this makes sense. This is how I'm rationalizing our predicament and what we're in. That we need to flip it. And I'm not saying that, oh, if we just fight everything with love, everything would disappear. Obviously, there'll still be, some resistance there. But I think if we change the way the collective consciousness is thinking, giving thoughts, no one's even thinking of, let's be honest here. I'm literally being honest. I don't think anybody's really thinking, hey, in 100 years, we're going to be peaceful, and everybody's going to be loving. Just not anybody having that thought is my point. No one's having that thought. I don't know anybody who's thinking that. They're being realistic. And I'm saying maybe we need to be fake, be phony, and say, hey, let's just fill this collective consciousness with as much love as possible and see what our minds think then. I hope this rant made sense. I think it did. I really do. I think I just don't get stuck in your bubble. Keep wanting to learn. Listen, you don't have to acknowledge every thought you have. I have thoughts, but you got to understand that thought might have came from something. It's like I might have a thought and be like, that's a weird thought. It must have been something subconsciously hit me. You know how, like, you can see a picture or watch something and it can bring up the subconscious, thought. That's how a lot of this stuff works. The movies, that's why I said, like, the fear. Hopefully this was a good video. It was a quick video. I haven't put out a video in a minute. Appreciate you guys. All right.